So you're still sitting on the fence of if you should buy a condo or a townhome versus a regular house? Which one should I buy and why? This is a great question and we have the answers, and we're going to get to it all the way through, all the pros and cons. Stick to the end of the video and let me know what you think. First of all, let's talk about the difference. A condo or a townhome, they're attached. They're one wall that's dividing two houses. And you own the house, you own within the walls of the house. There's usually the HOA, they own the roof, and they own the exterior walls. So you own the interior of the walls. Because of that, it's usually a little cheaper. Your home, a home has its own lot of land. It's got its own four walls. You own the interior of the walls. You own the exterior of the walls. And you also own the plot of land that the house sits on. There's plenty of reasons to own a condo or own a property. A condo is usually a pretty good choice for a single person that doesn't have a lot of time for yard maintenance. They don't have a lot of time for doing the extra activities. They just want to come home because that's where they work, live, and sleep. Key things to remember when you're buying a condo. One, you have an extra expense because you have an HOA, and it's going to tell you what you can and can't do with your own property. Number two, privacy. There's going to be less privacy because your neighbors are on top of you. Literally, you're sharing the same wall. This can be a good thing if you're a people person. It can be a bad thing if you're not. But depending on your neighbor, that's what's going to make the experience. So make sure you do your due diligence. Number three, you have less individuality. So you're not going to be able to make all the choices you can if you owned your own home as far as your flowers, your shrubs, the color of your house. Now, three key things to remember when you're buying a single family detached house. One, you have way more privacy. You have your own lot, you can build a fence, you can have shrubs, whatever you need to do, it's your lot and no one's allowed on it unless you give them permission. Two, individuality. You can plant the flowers you want, the shrubs you want. You can paint the color of your house that you want. You can build a fence 10 foot tall if you'd like. As long as it's not against covenants, restrictions, or the HOA, you can do pretty much as you want. Three, one of the negatives is you're responsible for everything. Roof gets a hole in it, you gotta pay for it. Somebody knocks over your fence, you gotta pay for it. You have all the expenses with the house and with the lot when you own a single family detached property, and you don't in a single family attached or a condo and townhome. There is no right and wrong answer, whatever you choose. It's what's right for you and your family. Historically, people buying condos are singles, beginner homes, or even people retiring. People moving from single family detached and are starting to retire. They're going to take less of an income, but they don't want the exterior maintenance. They don't want yard work, and they don't want everyday actions to have to be took out outside. I don't want to cut the grass. I don't want to trim the flowers. I don't want to paint my house. I don't want to be responsible for the roof. These are great investments for the older generations that are looking at retiring. And a lot of people buying single family detached houses, these are people who it can be first time home buyers, it can be people retiring, it can be everything that we just mentioned. But it's usually move up families, first time home buyers moving into these properties. And one of the biggest benefits is you get to take advantage of the appreciation that happens on these properties. Historically, properties on both of these go up. There's corrections where they go down, but we've always passed those up with going higher. So it's a good investment. You get to take responsibility of that and take that income if you choose to. Guys, I get questions all the time and calls about these type of questions with real estate. If you have any questions in real estate, shoot me a message, leave me a comment. Feel free to reach out to me. Email me at tim@timstoutteam.com. I'll be happy to help. Remember, who you work with matters, and have a great day.